Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like acidity from the last night's dinner and popped one omeprazole or pantoprazole without a prescription and second thought? If yes, honestly, you are not alone. Omeprazole has become one of those medicines in India that people treat it like a candy. Acidity aa gayi, omeprazole le lo, done. And look, I get it. It's cheap, it works fast, it's available everywhere easily. But here is what nobody is telling you. What happens when you keep taking it for long term? That is exactly what today's video is about. So our today's drug of the week is omeprazole. And by the end of this video, I promise you will never look this small tablet the same way again. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Udita, your pharmacist, and on this channel, every week we pick one drug and break it down completely. Its uses, mechanism, side effects, and most of the things that simply people don't know. So omeprazole, let's start. What exactly is it? Omeprazole belongs to a class of drugs called proton pump inhibitors or PPIs. Now, what is proton pump? Simple explanation. Inside your stomach lining, there are special cells called parietal cells. Their job is to produce acid, and they do that through a mechanism called the proton pump. Omeprazole goes in and blocks that pump directly. No pump activity, less acid produced, no burning, so relief. And that's why it works so well with GERD, peptic ulcer, heartburn, and acid reflux patient. It not just masking the symptoms but works on actual source. And the timing matters. Omeprazole is taken 45 minutes to 1 hour before meal, preferably in the morning. Why? Because proton pumps are most active when you are about to eat. So you take the drug first, let it absorb, and by the time food arrives, your pumps are already blocked. And that's when it works the best. Now let's see its uses. So where exactly omeprazole is used? Let's go through them. Number 1, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. When stomach acid travels back up into the esophagus and causes the burning sensation in your chest or throat, omeprazole is the go-to treatment. Number 2, acid reflux and heartburns. The milder, everyday version of GERD. Had a heavy dinner, woke up burning, omeprazole helps. Number 3, peptic ulcer disease. Ulcers in the stomach or small intestine. By reducing the acid, omeprazole gives those ulcers a chance to heal. Number 4, H. pylori infection. Sometimes used in combination with antibiotics to treat this bacterial infection that causes ulcer. Number 5, NSAID induced stomach damage. If someone is regularly taking painkillers like ibuprofen or diclofenac, omeprazole is often prescribed alongside to protect the stomach lining. Versatile drug, absolutely. But versatility doesn't mean you take these medicines without thinking. Common side effects. Now, short term side effects. The good news, omeprazole is genuinely well absorbed. Most people handle it and it's just fine. But the common side effect that can occur includes abdominal pain, flatulence, headache, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. These usually settles on their own as your body adjusts. But if they persist or get worse, speak to your doctor. Don't adjust the dose by yourself. One red flag to watch for. If you get watery diarrhea, stomach pain, fever, and it does not going away, then immediately consult your doctor because that could indicate the more serious infection. Now the real talk, long-term risks. Now this is the section I actually made the video for. People say omeprazole is safe, even my doctor says. Yes, it is. but only for the short term. But when you keep taking it for months and years without proper monitoring, things start happening in your body and most people completely miss. Let's go through them one by one. Risk number one, low magnesium. The first major long term risk that appears after 3 months of continuous use is low magnesium level in the blood. Medically, it is called as hypomagnesemia. Magnesium is not a small deal. It's critical for muscle function, nerve function, and heart rhythm. Symptoms of low magnesium include tiredness and fatigue, confusion, dizziness, shakiness or tremors, muscle twitches, and in serious cases, irregular heartbeat. And the scary part, most people experience these symptoms and think it might be just their tiredness or their age or something unrelated. But they never connect back to omeprazole use. That is exactly the problem. Risk number two, bone fractures. If the omeprazole use continues beyond 1 year, the next risk that comes in is weakened bones. Here's why. Stomach acid actually helps absorb calcium from the food you eat. But when acid is suppressed long term, calcium absorption is compromised. Over time, bones lose their density and the fracture risk increases, especially at the hip, wrist, and the spine. This is particularly important for women, especially postmenopausal, who are already at higher risk of osteoporosis. So, if you are on long term omeprazole use, then your doctor prescribe you the supplements for calcium and magnesium. And please do not decide this on your own. Always consult your doctor. Risk 3, vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 absorption also requires stomach acid. So, long term acid suppression reduces the absorption of vitamin B12 from the food. And vitamin B12 deficiency has some serious consequences like anemia. Your body cannot make enough healthy red blood cells, fatigue, weakness, and pale skin, palpitation and shortness of breath, nerve problems like numbness, tingling in hands and feet, difficulty in walking, and lightheadedness and loss of appetite. Again, people take all these as other causes, and the connection to the omeprazole is missed completely. Risk 4, stomach infections. This one surprises people. Stomach acid is uncomfortable, yes, but it also provides a protective functional lining. It kills the bacteria that comes in the food. When acid levels are consistently low over long periods, certain bacteria that would normally be destroyed can now survive and thrive in the stomach. This increases the risk of stomach infections. Risk 5, kidney problems. And finally, something has come up in most recent research, potential impact on kidney functions. Watch out for these warning signs: decreased urination, swelling in hands, feet, or ankles, lower back pain, nausea, fatigue, rashes, or fever. If you experience any of these, contact your doctor immediately. These could be signs of kidney problems. This is rare but real, and awareness is everything. I am not saying this to scare you into not popping any omeprazole. I am saying this because this should be doctor's decision, not yours. Now, expert tips plus lifestyle modifications. Let's talk practical now. Timing reminder. Take omeprazole 45 minutes to 1 hour before every meal, preferably in the morning. This is the time it works the best. The 14-day rule. If you have been taking omeprazole for 14 days and still not feeling better, then stop and see a doctor. You may have underlying conditions that needs proper diagnosis and not just acid suppression. And now this is crucial. Never stop omeprazole suddenly on your own, especially if you have been on it for a while. Stopping it abruptly can cause rebound acid hypersecretion. Your body suddenly starts producing acid more than before. Symptoms get worse. Always taper down your doctor's guidance. Lifestyle changes that actually helps. I know this sounds boring, but genuinely it makes difference. Reduce carbonated drinks, citrus juices, fried food, tea, and coffee. These are classic acidity triggers. Cut down on alcohol and smoking. They both irritate the stomach lining directly. Don't eat right before the bed. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 hours before dinner and lying down. If you are overweight, even modest weight loss can significantly improve GERD symptoms. Avoid tight clothing around the abdomen. It increases reflux pressure. These are not just generic health advices. For GERD specifically, the small lifestyle modification can reduce how much medications you actually need. Okay, so let's wrap this up with pharmacist verdict. Omeprazole is genuinely effective and well tolerated drug, but when used correctly for the right duration and under proper supervision. For short-term use, for GERD, acid reflux, heartburn, and ulcers, it does exactly what it's supposed to do brilliantly. The problem is not the drug. The problem is unsupervised long-term use. If you are someone who has taken omeprazole daily for last few months and no one has checked your B12 levels, your magnesium levels and bone health, then please bring this up with your doctor at your next visit. It's not something to panic about. It's something to monitor. And if you are someone who pop omeprazole occasionally, please be mindful. It's not a vitamin, it's a drug with mechanism. And like all the drugs, it also deserves respect. That's it for today's drug of the week. If this video helped you understand something you didn't before, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps to grow. Drop in the comments if you or someone else you know taking omeprazole for long term. I would love to hear your experience. And subscribe to Pharma Scoop 24/7 if you have not. I hope it makes sense. See you in the next video. Take care. And please don't self medicate.